Hi, this is another one of those two-word things again, comparative type wordplay, as it were. To observe and to view. Okay, of course, these are going to be connected to other words. I got a comment recently on one of my videos. I'll talk a little bit about that just to explain it. There's a video I made while I was using Yahoo, and you get these people just write their silly little text comments. Yahoo questions and answers. An absurdity, by the way. You won't get any answers there, or you rarely get some answers there. You have to go there with an open mind, and people may give you suggestions that you haven't thought of. But a lot of the time you're just going to get people who go there telling you that you're wrong for even asking the question, especially in politics and religion and spirituality section. The level of ignorance is rife. There are some very good users there, but it's a little bit of a situation where people form little groups and people will not listen to other people in little groups, and bizarre virtual reality environment, let's say. Anyway, the video was about trolls, and I've had a couple of people come in there and say, ooh, leave trolling comments thinking they're clever. Okay, great, that's what I put it there for the trolls. You're more than welcome. Once you've put your little mark there, okay, then any activity used under that thing there, if you're not a good troll, and some of them are not very good trolls at all, I'll find you. The internet is an interesting thing and very powerful tool if you know what you're doing. Putting that apart, okay, now I use the word troll, and obviously someone who acts like a troll is a troll. What is a troll? A troll is an internet, is a person who acts on the internet for malicious reasoning, possibly trying to drag people into an argument for fun. A troll can be very malicious or very stupid. Okay, generally I think the distinction between someone who uses the internet and often has very similar trolling techniques but doesn't use the vulgarities or the attack or the absurdity of trolls, possibly a high-level trolls, or you may even not want to use the word troll. They're actually contributing. I suppose once you contribute, okay, in a word, positively, okay, to the internet community, you stop being the beast of the forest. If you think of the troll itself, trolls don't like light. Okay, so they're very shy creatures, and they like to sneak around and do their stuff in the dark. So if you can't expose yourself and open yourself to others, then you're acting like a troll, which at the end of the day, certainly the internet's not going to cause any problems. I have a good laugh about it. I like seeing how much I can pull people back in once they attack me. I have a little theory about that sort of thing, concerning if I'm walking along the street and somebody pushes me, okay, because they felt like pushing me, they saw me and they thought, oh, I need to push this guy, okay, I'll push them back a little harder. Okay, so I'll equal their response to seeing me, okay, with a response equal to theirs, but a little bit more. You know, that little slap in the face. But if they come back again, I'm going to do it again. That's meet their response and add a little bit more, and a little bit more than before, because by this time they're being very slow in learning. In a conversation or a chat conversation, generally the thing is somebody starts and then the other person finishes. Okay, it's how it works in life. You say something, I say something to you, okay, for example, and you don't agree, you say your piece. Okay, now either I find that your piece has logic and I admit that, or I will counter your logic and wait for you to come back. Okay, now this sometimes is the little insult thing. You can actually put a little bit in there, but I use the insults generally in response to other people's insults. If somebody, whether they've used words or not, I'm going to say when they use word or not, when they've actually used the insultive word, or their terminology or the implications of their phrase comes across as insulting, and I try to match that equally with a little bit more. Okay, and people will react to that, but that's what I'm trying to do, get a reaction. Not because I'm a bastard, but yeah, I'm a bit of a bastard, but also, hopefully, with that reaction, somebody will suddenly go, yeah, right, okay, yeah, there is something there. Or I might see there's something there. So I mean, it's a bit of feedback for myself. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I have given this whole thing a little bit of consideration, which many people don't seem to have done. A lot of people are young. I mean, 20 years old, this last guy who made the comment. No, sorry, 18 years. I've just passed his 18th birthday party. You'll see him around, I'm sure. Anyway. So when you're younger, of course, you're not going to consider these things. But if you start considering them now when you're young, by the time you get to my age, well, you're really going to be switched on to reality. Okay? It's time and experience. Experience. Okay? Now, going back to the two words, to observe and to view. I'm connecting the troll in there. The person who views a video, okay, and then writes a silly comment, okay, is a viewer, a voyeur. Okay? A person who watches in the sense of observes a video, okay, is very different. The observer doesn't write a silly comment. They either write a comment which follows some logic, okay, in consideration, because the act of observing is much deeper than that of viewing. Okay, this is a standard problem that humans have at the moment. They just sit there and they look at things. To look, okay, is not the same as to observe. Okay, observing is that part of science. You observe, you make notes, you see as much as possible, you look into, you look behind, you look around. Okay, that's being observant. Then you think about it. Okay, because if you're observing and you're not thinking, you're not observing anything. Then in science, of course, that observation is then questioned. Okay, you question your own conclusions. Okay, and that's how you move on and discover new things. If you block thinking I'm right, or you're not going to get anywhere. So it's much better to be a true observer than a viewer. And don't just use the word, understand the word. Okay, it's useless telling me that you're an observer when I look at you and say, no, you're a voyeur.